The All-Russian Exhibition Centre in Moscow is marking its 68th anniversary. It's one of the capital's top tourist attractions, as well as a place for those living in the capital to get away from bustling city life. Well, to find out what celebrations are planned, we can now cross live to our correspondent James Brown, who's at the centre. Very good morning to you, James. What's going to be happening there at the centre today to mark this anniversary?
Well, everything is gearing up here to this evening's performance of the Dancing Fountain Show, which is going to spectacularly light up the People's Friendship of Nations fountain that you can see behind me here. That's going to be a laser music and light show where people are going to be able to enjoy not only a concert performance, but also there's going to be images of video and photos beamed of some of the history of the VVC here as well. We are reliably informed there are going to be some fairly famous Russian pop stars taking part here to entertain the crowd, as well as the people's artist, Vladimir Zeldin, who's a famous veteran of Soviet cinema and theatre. So all in all, we're expecting a fairly spectacular and hopefully a big crowd to enjoy it later on this evening.
The weather looks pretty good too, and I think the forecast is good for the rest of the day. But how are the preparations going at this stage?
Well, we're seeing the VVC slowly filling up with people here. Everything is basically geared up to what's going to be happening later on this evening. So things are being cleaned, people are gradually coming in, and so they don't miss it. The organisers are expecting around about 2,000 people to turn up here. So as well as being able to enjoy the show, they hope they're going to be able to get a feel of some of the history of the exhibition centre here as well. And Maria Dunaiva has been taking a look at that for us.
VVC, the All-Russian Exhibition Center, created to look like Russia, the miniature version. But even from the beginning, the center was anything but miniature. 136 hectares of land with streets, parks, and lakes to make visitors feel like they're taking a walk through the Soviet Union. In 1939, the exhibition center, then called the All-Union Agricultural Exhibition, opened its doors to the public. It was a success from the start. In its first 3 months alone, the center attracted more than 3.5 million visitors. During World War II, the center became more than just a tourist spot. Closing its doors as an exhibition, it became a state farm, providing food for the Red Army and Moscow residents. It reopened to the public in 1954, on its 15th anniversary. Several years later, the center was renamed the Exhibition of Economic Achievements. It saw the completion of one of Moscow's most famous fountains, called the Friendship of Nations, an impressive display of young women in national costumes, representing all the republics of the Soviet Union. In 1992, by order of the President, the center was renamed a third and final time to the VVC. But no matter what you call it, the center's gained a place in the heart of Muscovites as a place to relax and spend their free time. Maria Dunaiva, Russia Today.
James Brown, live in Moscow. Thanks a lot for that update, and have a good rest of the day.